Hello, I'm Alan Staker, and I'm going to show you how to host a series of after-school programs for your students. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about us. We are BrainChase. We are a company that started in 2013 in Austin, Texas, when two parents were wondering what to do to keep our own kids sharp over the summer. My wife is an education researcher, and I directed commercials and worked in the toy industry. And we decided we wanted something that would educate our kids, keep them sharp, but also make it irresistible so that they were begging us to do it every day. And that's how BrainChase was born. We started with summer programs, with treasure hunts, with real golden treasures buried across the country and around the world. And now we're doing after school escape rooms. We've done programs for Disney and National Geographic. We host annual escape room tournaments for families, and we are delighted to be bringing these after school adventures to you and your kids. So, what is an after school escape room program? This is how it works. These after school games are games that kids participate in together, gathered around a projector or a screen, but lively, interacting, discussing, problem solving. They're designed to encourage cooperation and out of the box thinking and creativity and leadership and teamwork. So just like any escape room, kids are going through solving the puzzles and trying to decipher the clues and escape before the time runs out each week. There's healthy competition and a sense of adventure, and it's a lot of fun. So these are ideal for upper elementary schoolers in grades 3 through 5, and also middle schoolers. We recommend 6 to 10 kids in a classroom. Think of a normal escape room. You don't want to go through by yourself, and you don't want to go through with 50 people. You want the right size group that can have a really good discussion and work together. Also, kids will attend one day each week for 8 weeks or 7 weeks or 9 weeks, give or take. But it's designed to have kids come in one day of the week at a certain location. The price that we've seen work well is between $190 per student for 8 weeks to $220. But you can decide based on your neighborhood, the other programs that are out there, your demographics, what works best for you and your kids. We have dozens of escape rooms completed. Each one has a different academic theme, science, art, engineering, etc. And they're great for spring, for fall, for summer, etc. And it's great for kids to come back and repeat because there's always something new each time. Each game lasts about 1 hour, and so your students will show up at 3:15, and they'll be out by 4:15 or 4:30 each week. And all you need is a laptop and a projector, and or a monitor to project the games, and then a pencil and paper for the kids as they're working to solve the clues. So what does it take to get started? You'll need 4 things. First, you need a location. Work with your school or district to get a classroom to host the program in. You'll want one that's big enough for your kids to be seated around a monitor or a screen of some kind, and then you'll need a projector or a large monitor that you can plug in your laptop. This also works very well with Zoom, using the breakout rooms to host different teams and have some competition. But if you have questions about that, feel free to email us directly and we'll get you set up for virtual escape rooms. Second, you need the students. Whether your district is sending out after-school catalogs where the folks can register directly, or whether you'd like to use our registration program, get your kids signed up. You'll want about 6 to 10 per team. And beyond that, if you get to 12 or 15, you should probably split the teams into 2 and have different groups. But we can handle your registration, or you can do it there however you prefer. Third, you'll need a guide. That might be you. That might be someone you're looking for. Find a teacher who's good with kids, who's good at leading a discussion and letting the kids take charge, and someone who shows up dependably each time. No other skills necessarily are needed to do this. Finally, you'll need program access to BrainChase. So we'll help you get set up with an after-school account at brainchase.com. Let me show you what that looks like right now, because it'll make the next step very simple when I show you how to prepare. So when you register for your after-school program, you'll get a login as an after-school host, and each of your teams will be listed here. So this might be your Monday team, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. We'll go into our one team that we have set up, and it takes us to the list of games. So we said this is an 8-week program, but we have about 10 here to choose from. So each week you get to choose which program you're going to do. So let's say we want to do Escape from Mount Everest. So before the game starts, we have the game right here, and then we have the resources for that program. I'll click on resources, and here's what you find. First of all, there's a solution document. This is something you should probably study before your first session so that you know what's going on, so that you can answer any questions. After you've done this a few times, though, you can start showing up and just bring this on the side and refer to it if you get stuck, and you can learn alongside the kids. But we recommend being prepared, especially at the beginning. Then there's a principal introduction letter that kicks off the program each week. So you'll have one student stand in front of the class and read the letter to set the stage, to describe what's happening and what the goal is, what they're trying to do. Then you have some principal challenge cards. So if ever the team gets stuck and they need a hint, they have to raise their hand, and you say, all right, this hint is going to cost you. So you have them do one of several different challenges. They come and draw these out of a hat. But maybe because it's Mount Everest, they have to pretend they're skiing down a powdery slope for 15 seconds. So these physical challenges help keep the blood flowing, help pull the game off of the screen a little bit, and keep the energy up, keep the game moving, and keep them all engaged in a fun way. And finally, there are a few principal in-game documents. So as the kids are progressing through each program, they will unlock a few of these different clues and different things you need. Here's a map of Mount Everest with a compass. There's a list of the 7 summits, the tallest mountains around the globe, and some boiling points of water that they might need to refer to. All of these are in the game, but you have the option of also printing this out and handing it out to the kids as they unlock these clues. So those are the resources that go with this particular game. Each game has different resources. They're all right here. There are only a few. It's not very complicated to print a few out, and then you're ready to go. So we go back to the dashboard, and all you need to do is click Start Adventure, and the game can begin. So that's part of what you get when you sign up for BrainChase for these after-school escape rooms. You need a location, you need the students, you need a guide, and then we'll give you access to the game and everything you need to host. So with that as an introduction, I've kind of gone through it, but here is how you play the game. On the day that it starts, so if it's Monday and we're hosting it after school at a school nearby, first thing I'll do is I'll choose which game we're going to do. We're going to do Mount Everest. Then I will review the solution and print out the resources like I showed you. Then I'll go to the school and set up the projector and arrange the seating and provide some pencils and paper for the students. When it's game time, we'll welcome the kids. We'll have a student read the introduction letter, and then we click Start Adventure, and you dive right into the game. You will drive the laptop while they raise their hands and give suggestions on what to click on. So they'll decide together, should we climb the mountain or should we open up the backpack? And what do you think the code is? Where should we find it? And all you do is click where they tell you to click. Then if they get stuck, you give them a physical challenge and give them a hint. And you hand out the printed resources as they unlock them. And at the end, they will have hopefully escaped in time, or maybe they didn't, but it's still funny and fun. And it's up to you to decide to give them a little more time or not. And they can go to the leaderboard to check their time versus previous games and versus other groups. And then after that, you dismiss the students and send them on their way until next time. But that is how the program works. That's how you host an after-school adventure. We've made it as simple as possible, and it is a lot of fun for both teachers and kids. If you have any questions at all, send us a note at info@brainchase.com. We are standing by to support you, to train you, to help out in any way we can. And we can't wait to bring this to you and your students. Thanks.